choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner. Welcome to Weekly. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. This is your team profile, where you can choose focus players each week who will earn.
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
Throwing to start here is Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason, but here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his 2nd season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of the future.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A 1st down throw for Heineke. It's Miller, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Heineke again. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw is Heineke. Setting up the screen, here's Algier. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Now Heineke. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Heineke to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jonnu Smith from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. From his end zone, Wilson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now White. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
4th down, here's White. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. White looks to throw. Short throw hauled in by Croft. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's White. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. To throw, White. Little short pass here to Hill. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started.
Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Heineke. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing. Heineke. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ali. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Algier going straight ahead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Heineke. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. Read option. Here's Algier. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Heineke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's Heineke. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now White. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down. Achane on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A run straight ahead with Achane. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Fighting him off. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. White on 3rd and long. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Another try from the 14 on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Achane. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's third down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it, and the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. At this stage as they'll run on first down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Straight ahead, Patterson. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. Try to take this home. They'll run. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.
Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the right coaches. Staff points can when you have to see what some talent trees make you select a path to follow.